speak boy shit. You're always coming back, but your love's poison.
Nonetheless, let's just get into the meat and potatoes of it all. The Bravo show.
Yes.
The Bravo show. So first up, what are we going to divulge in? Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's start off with Summer House. Rescue the weakest to the strongest.
Yeah.
Summer House.
You said it just right.
Yeah,
Kind of a mild one, in my opinion.
yes, it was a mild Emerald. I'm just like, okay, I kind of see what the people are talking about. And then when they cut to Jesse, and Jesse was like, at least I was good with everyone. And he had a point.
I was in Emerald's shoes last summer, but I had good relationships with everybody in the house before I brought like one girl back one time.
He made an effort to like know everyone, be cool with everyone. I feel like Emerald hasn't done that. I feel like you only come into people. We don't really see you any other time
Ever.
whatsoever.
And to me, to draw the connection between his time as being an undocumented and now that he is no longer undocumented, this means he needs to be on some whole shit. I'm like, I'm not connecting those particular dots. Like, don't like. Clearly, it's like, look, you realize how bad it looked, and you had to figure out some way to redeem the revolving bedroom door that you had. And so you were like, oh, if I tie it into the fact that I was undocumented, that will justify. Like, no, one doesn't have anything to do with the other. Many people get their documents and then live normal lives.
Yeah.
Talk about as far as male-female relationships or relationships with their significant others. So yeah, I like boy bye. Sierra and Paige are done with this, by the way.
Oh, beyond. And I think it's just safe to say sex addict. That's the way you are really coming across. So like you were coming across.
Yes.
And I'm like, how none of these people are repeat offenders with you. None of them. I'm just like, that's a lot.
The disgust in Sierra's what she was like, do you do this in your home?
Dude, do you bring home girls like this, like, in your own home? It feels obnoxious at this point.
Like, they're just getting, like, filter is off. It's time to get disrespectful. Paige said it's time for you to get an STD check.
And it is. This is way overdue, actually.
I'm like, dang, y'all.
Yeah. That was
I promise you, I thought that he was going to say he had cancer or something. Like Jesse.
Yeah.
Like that's what I thought. I thought he had cancer.
I only got 2 more years to live.
Immigration status. I was so horrified. And then I'm also like, who? No offense, Emerald. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna take it back. He's not the cutest thing to be sleeping with and to be on national television sleeping with. I'm so sorry. I take it back though.
But don't you think the Bravo, like stepping out with Bravo cameras is going to give you, like, if you're a 6.5, it immediately bumps you to an 8.5?
That's a little high.
I think
6.5 is high? Damn, Tiana, you really don't think much of him.
I think, Ramona, I think you're right. I think it's like the attention, but also too, that attracts like a certain, attracts a certain type as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, so I kind of thought the same thing about Wes. Speaking of which, I totally thought about him today because I saw the ad for the watch parties are coming back.
Oh.
And they're starting with Summer House in New York. And they're like, I saw, and they're like, oh my gosh, all sold out. But I remember on the reunion last year when he was saying like, you just get this new attention and you like the watch parties. And I was like, you will become a whole porn star at BravoCon if you are taken aback by a watch party.
Can you imagine Wes and Jesse Solomon at BravoCon? They are going to be like,
prostitution is legal.
They are going to hit that convention like they are the Beatles / NSYNC / Backstreet Boys / New Kids on the Block /
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Yes.
All the things.
/ One Direction. Yes.
All the things. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, noted. This is what made you kind of like you like, and not only that, I love a good watch party, but I do think the median age there was like
Girl, I was just about to say it.
I'm not exaggerating.
Mhm.
I'm not. I think me and Ramona honestly were like the youngest ones in the building.
I was just gonna say we were the young tenderonis.
Yes.
I mean, we are
Yes.
wherever we go, but I'm just saying it was definitely an older demographic. But okay, going back to Summer House for a second,
Mhm.
I just have the best part of that episode, the funniest part of the episode to me. And sorry, Christina, if you weren't going there already, but Jesse Solomon telling Sierra,
I love you.
it's enough with the
Uh,
Congratulations. Sierra, enough with the touching.
Sorry. Wait, really?
No, that's not my.
Okay.
what?
you know, so, and I may be a little slow to catch on, a little slow, but after I really saw that scene, and Lexi is really insecure, and I'm pretty sure everyone knew that weeks ago. It just really like dawned on me, like, you are so insecure, and now you've got this man who is
Oh, he is now fully involved in the program.
yes, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is what I mean. It's like you've got to protect your energy or really pick the people you want to be with carefully, because look, this is not the Jesse Solomon we've seen on our screens the last like 2 seasons or season and a half. And I'm like, what
Wow.
happened? And now I'm pretty sure once he kind of sloughs her off, he's going to return back.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Got a
To his
detox.
former ways.
Yes, I was like, this is bad. And she was all over on social media too. I think it was like page 6 or one of those, saying how she had a birthday party and she invited everyone. 2 people didn't respond and 2 people didn't come. And during this birthday party, these 2 people,
Was it Jesse Solomon and Sierra?
yes, it was.
I had a birthday party and I invited everyone, and so certain 2 people didn't answer, and then a certain 2 people hung out that day instead.
They were doing this party. They were posting and liking each other, posting together, mind you, and liking each other comments. And I'm just like, okay.
Well, I do want the 2 of them to get together. I do.
I do and I don't. I want Sierra
Absolutely
to like not do anything on Bravo anymore, but I do like Jesse. I like the goofiness of it all.
He's a sweet fuck boy. He's
Yeah.
a very sweet fuck boy. He's telling Lexi whatever she wants to hear. Oh, I'll say I love you as long as I can smash.
Yeah.
Right.
11 days in, he said it on day 11. He don't mean that. He don't know her.
Very, very true. It's like, I lust for you. I lust you so much.
And I loved how she was saying how like she has to let her feelings catch up to his.
That was a read. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I took that particular comment. Like, damn. I'm gonna really try to get where you are, how so in love with me you are. Because I'm not
I was
really
sitting
there.
in my
but-
house at 11 p.m.
Yeah, I'll try to make myself feel the same way, Kay. Yeah.
Okay, we cannot just stay here. So let's get on to the premiere of the week, The Valley.
Yes. Oh.
All I kept thinking was, Tiana really thinks Jax is good looking. I mean,
I would agree with that. Wait, hold on. You don't think he is? I think he's a good looking man.
I do not think. I
I think
don't
that
want
You never thought that?
You think of who he is. Don't think of who he is. Erase all that.
No, it's not even that. And 2, they've been running Vanderpump Rules like all like
Now
marathon.
before the nose jobs, I
think it's a great time for this show to be on, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for summer. Like, I think they filmed it last summer. They're at like rooftop bars. The sun is out. The colors are bright. We have Jesse and Michelle getting into it at some rooftop bar. I was like, okay. Like I think by far took the show. I think one of our poll questions was, who's going to be more petty this season, Jax or Jesse? And
definitely Jesse.
the poll said Jax, but Jesse is a very
Jesse's gonna give them a run for his money. Although, were you guys also taken aback when Michelle's new boyfriend like questioned him and was like, "Well, do you get her everything she wants?" I'm like, no. You cannot speak on this child.
too soon.
You are
Way
boyfriend
too
up
Yeah.
way too soon. You do not get to have an opinion. You definitely don't get to ask one of the actual parents how they spend their money when it's their time with their kid. I was so affronted on Jesse's behalf. I'm like, who is Mr. 5 Minutes to tell me this? You literally just got here, dude.
I said she.
That's gonna be so
for
messy.
A long time.
Yeah.
For a long time, she been messing with him.
Oh, you thought
A
so?
long time.
Yeah. I would agree probably with that, but I think it's gonna be mess.
But kudos to Michelle.
Yeah, good for her
She looks
moving
so
on.
much happier. I was like, oh my God, she can smile.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, I thought Janet, because we've on all of our channels, social media,
Toes.
Toes has gotten dragged. She has gotten dragged. Boy, has she gotten dragged, and I see her trying to make an effort. I don't know if it's quite where we want it or need it, but we do see her making an effort for sure.
Well, Kristen is having none of it.
Not at all. And then when they played the clip of her talking about Zach and what's her name?
And Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen. When they played it, I was like, okay, that is a morbid. Why? Like I was like, what makes you think this? And then to say it on a platform, and they're going to hear where is this coming from?
I am telling you right now, we could never be homies again. If you put out into the public that I was wishing a miscarriage on you, like that's a whole you're talking about me wishing death.
Yes.
There's no coming back from certain things. You don't get to come back from. That's one of them.
Yeah,
Definitely one of them.
You guys catch at the end of the episode, she was just like, well, Zach did say something like that to Brittany, that I don't care if I get, I'm like, I do not think that that's what Zach said. I remember that episode where Brittany was saying, Zach, she's pregnant. And he was like, I don't care, about why he was trying to hold her accountable. Saying, I don't care that she's pregnant is very different from someone has a miscarriage. That's just really irresponsible to me to even put that out there.
And incredibly manipulative. You take a segment of what someone has said and you use it out of context, and then you tie it to a different person to say just what you want to say, and you say it on a platform where y'all know folks believe anything.
Yeah,
for sure.
Reckless.
Very reckless. So it'll be very interesting to see how their relationship turns out for the season. We do see her trying to make amends, going to go meet Kristen, and that didn't go well. So we will see. And then more to come on definitely Brittany and Jax, because we know that's just definitely going to unfold, especially the trailer that just dropped. And it almost is like what's that movie, The Blair Witch Project? I feel like it was almost shot like that, of him
I am going to a treatment center.
I'm not gonna lie to you right now, I'm a little scared.
checking into rehab. That's where we see the season's really going to end. It's he's going into rehab. Hope it sticks.
None of these relationships seem good. And I saw the clip where somebody said, who knew that Kristen and Luke's relationship would be the best one? Because I'm like, Danny and Nia, just from the first season.
I forgot about, because they're
It's just a matter of time before we get their announcement.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All them kids, absolutely. And then she want to add one more. I said, "Are you? It must be something wrong with her."
She's pregnant now.
From
This
Utah,
I hope this is the one more.
She's pregnant now?
Yes.
No,
I
she's
didn't
not.
know
Shut
that.
up.
Okay, well, she got her one more. Are they still in the apartment?
I don't know, but I was very shocked to see cameras were picking back up in that apartment. Very shocked. But it's okay. Because I was thinking this too when I was watching the show. I was like, is the Valley going to be a long running show like Vanderpump Rules? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I
Maybe
don't.
4 or 5
Depends
seasons.
on what they continue to introduce. Like, all right, obviously they're ushering in Sheena and Tom Schwartz, and
Which I love. I love Tom. You know, I love Tom Schwartz.
I know
I
you
have a soft
do.
spot for soft spot.
By the way, you see he's going to be on next week's episode of Summer House.
I did see that. I did
I was
see
like,
that.
oh,
And I
for
like
sure.
the fact that they're like keeping him in the fold. He has money
too.
coming in. You know,
Yes.
B, like he still can afford. I need him to kind of clean it up a little bit. He's looking a little sloppy. But other than that, I just adore him. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the Valley. And also to Lala and, you know, Sheena.
Yeah, I think they would be good additions. Like, they are professionals. And it would be good to add them to the mix. So I don't know. I hope it has legs because I really like the show.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
excited about this season.
Yeah, it was just something I was thinking as I was watching it. All right, ladies. We have 2 more. Can you guess what the next one's going to be?
ATL.
Yes.
that'd be ATL.
On this episode of Atlanta, we finally see the Britt, Edie, Kenya, you know, kind of fight come to a head. And we see like Britt, Edie's reaction, right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the episode, I really did feel sorry for her. I was like, yes, you know, these pictures were used against you. You tried to get them off the internet. You admitted that you tried some things when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
You made some mistakes. Totally understandable. Okay, fine. Fast forward to like the end of the episode where she's really trying to like almost make us think she lost her license. And then Angela
Bit Angela's head off.
yes. And I'm like,
Undeserved, by the way.
In order to lose your license, there has to be more than just a rumor.
when she bit Angela's head off, I'm just like, oh, okay. As Tiana would say, the ghetto Barbie. This makes a lot of sense. Like, you have a temper, it's a nasty temper, and you can get there real quick. Hence why you felt the need to say, I've got a pistol and all this other crap and knew it wasn't really true. Like, you are a liar.
No, I think it was true. It's Atlanta.
It's the South.
It's Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta before. She had one.
Okay. But with that too, it's like we see you like trying to lie about your license. And then it's like Angela has to call you out, still stay in there with after you trying to bite her head off. And then after you say, well, it's being investigated. And she's like, thought so.
I actually want to support her. But then you gonna bark at me? Little mimosa came out of her.
And she was like, what? And I'm just like, if she wasn't there to like really hold her accountable, she would have ran with it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And Kenya caused me to lose my license.
Yes. And then on Watch What Happens Live, Andy asked a very clear question. So you didn't lose your license. Like, he's like really trying to clear the air. She's like, no, the investigation was completed. My license, you know, I have my license. And I was like,
so then why did that even, fake story.
no. I'm just like,
The whole thing makes no sense, especially with the license. She no longer has an insurance company. The
But she's
only
still-
tied to insurance she has are her e-courses that she wants us to buy. And honestly, I will if she doesn't come back next season. I'll buy one. Just don't let her come back.
Yeah.
got it.
So this is so random, but is anyone else bothered when she speaks? Because to me, it sounds like she's got maybe a deviated septum issue, and it's all I can hear, and it's so distracting to me whenever she speaks. It's like somebody's holding her nose the entire time. It drives me absolutely crazy.
Well, maybe it's the nose job that Kenya was alluding to. Where he's like, it's the nose jobs, the fillers, we see it all.
I saw a video of
can't stand
her some years ago, at least like 10 years ago. No accent like that whatsoever. I think she
Okay,
does
you
it.
hear what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It
No,
drives
this
me
is her
crazy.
way of being cute and sassy and fun. And this is her Bravo tone, if you will. But honestly, I'm more so like aghast by anything that comes out of her mouth because she's a liar. I'm just like, girl, you just sit up and lie. Like, I have no reason to believe that she tried to get those pictures off the internet. I have no reason to believe that she was underage in any of the things that she had on the internet. I just don't believe her.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely could see that. I did think it was very big of her to say, even though they glossed over it, which is like, I've tried webcam before. Like, it was like,
Oh yeah.
That's that.
yeah.
So it's like, you can't be offended by what someone posts on a poster. You post yourself nude. Like, what are we talking about? Why are we so upset over
But
something?
even if so, to do it in the grand opening of a salon when people,
No, what
when
can you do
everyone,
is wrong.
like
I'm
time
saying it's
and
not wrong. It's wrong.
time and place, like it doesn't. To me, it doesn't matter that these are things that you once did. There still will never be a justification to me for Kenya's actions. Sorry, after all this, like I just haven't changed my mind on it, but we'll
Yeah.
see. I'll listen to what she has to say tomorrow.
I think for me too, it's just like I've never really liked Kenya. I always thought that she just played nasty, like for no reason. I was like, okay, we don't need to play this nasty for no reason. You know what I mean? With the scepter. I mean, let's just go back to what Kenya. So I've never liked Kenya, so I'm just like, okay. And I think, she brings a geriatric vibe to the show now. It's just like it is time to bow out gracefully. So we'll see. What else do we got on it? Like,
Another fake Drew produced scene. Every single scene that has Drew Sidora in it this season, I feel you could tell, like, okay, she was like, all right, I think I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to set this up. That whole scene where she tried to,
Michael Jordan, her cousin.
No. The scene with her and her kids when Ralph comes upstairs, then she was like, oh, okay. He's coming up on my, like, is it that big of a deal? You live in the same house and it's already his time. Is it that big of a deal that he comes up and says good morning to the kids while you're still there? Like, is it that big of a deal that you haven't scurried off yet? Like, you're making it a big deal. And then to be like, can I speak with you for a second?
I need to talk to you about some things. Okay.
Oh,
you said that you were gonna do. Yeah, I'm just like, why is this? Number one, it's like, can we please not show the black people with the big house that need exterminators? Like, you need that to be a talking point. But then also, it's just, I feel like she has nothing this year. I again do not understand Bravo's decision to bring this woman back. And every single scene that she is in, it feels like she is reaching to come up with content and a justification as to why she has a peach. Every single scene so far this season. And it's driving me crazy. Like, stop showing the woman. Cut her out of the rest of the season.
Agreed. I think also too, it was her in the studio with Miss Joey. I was like, this is weird. It's just so weird. She's just very cringe. She is very, very cringe. And it's just like, okay, which one of the producers were you fucking to keep your peach? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think they kept her because Ralph is good TV, if I'm being honest.
Oh my gosh. When they cut to him and he looks like, I don't know, his like after dark, like podcast, it's like shirt off, black suit, chain. I'm like, where are you going, bro?
He's so damn corny.
Yeah,
so damn corny.
Beyond. Okay, well, to be continued. I hope Atlanta kind of like gets a little bit more spicier, starts to spice it up, but leaving the best for last. Beverly Hills, last episode, last of the reunion, part 3. I'll tell
the
you,
Garcellians are gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us. That's what I thought.
I'm like, should we just jump ahead to the main point, which was Garcelle refusing to take the cast photo? So ridiculous.
Beyond ridiculous.
And when they're just being sourpuss the entire.
No one smiled. I was like, wait, what are we talking about right now?
Not one person had looked at me here and smiled. And I
just through the day?
Yeah.
That's like as weak as Kyle is saying, you talking to Dorit saying, you act like Teddy wasn't your friend. So I was mad at you for that. And I'm like, That's not a thing.
It's just, to me, it was so like, look, you guys are talking about tense things where everyone is being made to defend themselves and how they showed up this season. So no, it's not a smiley, happy, jokey time. So no one smiled at you. Well, did you smile at anyone? Well, how come you didn't smile at anybody? Like, why is it everyone else's responsibility to smile? Like, and that's weird. Why do they all have to smile at you? And you just feel bad that like your girl left you out to dry. That Sutton didn't come in and kind of defend your whole thing that, hey, PK set this robbery up. But girl, okay, first of all, you know how this airs, right? You understand that they're going to chop this up into 3 separate weeks. For us, that was 2 weeks ago. Why are you still sourpuss on this couch? And just like every question that she answers, well, like, don't do that. It's just such bad television. I really felt like it was very unprofessional, not a team player, and you sat through the whole reunion. You made it through the end. You did the cheers at the end. You can't just like, all right, now turn around and smile for the kid. Like that girl, you are trying to have a moment right now.
Yeah. I think my own opinion, I think the reason why she really just kind of like was like, I'm done with this is because A, she couldn't stand up to Bose. B, she only wants to be the only one in the cast that represents the African American, vote. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it 3 is just like, okay, you're not really, I feel like Bose was more accepted than you were accepted and are accepted. And really,
completely.
Yes. And
including really, in the inner circle.
Yes, exactly. Like these are people she's hobnobbed with prior, where this show is kind of giving you this platform. So I really think like overall, she just kind of really like weighed her options and just like, you know what, this is not going to A, serve me anymore. And B, it really came off as insecure. I can't say it not say it enough. Justice for Anne-Marie. So, you ran Anne-Marie off and look how karma has come back for you. So, yeah. Kiana, any last thoughts on Beverly Hills?
Yeah, I just think I would have more respect for her if she just got up during the middle of the reunion.
Yes.
Personally. Like one thing about me, if you're gonna be a bitch, I prefer for you to do it like full out. Like it's like cheer, like you don't have cheer, you go full out. And so I'm just like, you could have just left. I think that to Christina's point, she's upset that she is not able to defend herself against Bose. She's upset that Bose clocked her not holding Sutton accountable for her microaggressive comment. She is upset about how she's being portrayed as a mean girl, and she sees that it's going to eat into her lifetime pockets. And she decided to leave.
Because it's true.
It's very true. It's
very true. It's well earned.
Yes, that whole thing that her and Sutton do, where once everybody's like defenses are down and you're all kikiing and having cocktails at the table, you turn to them and ask them a question on the spot. All right, so didn't Mauricio have other women? Like, that whole thing, like the jig is up and everybody is calling out for it, and Sutton's not really having her back. So she knows the way she looks, but yes. I agree. Well, that's what I said, Tiana. Like, girl, you already made it to the end. And you're the one at the beginning of the episode who said, I hope we get to do a cast photo this year.
Yeah, and you got in your
feelings.
You got in your feelings, and then you didn't do it.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I felt like, girl, what are we doing? You intentionally rile up your supporters to hate Bose because you're upset? Is that what we're doing? And then I see all the comments, all the Garcellians. Y'all gonna be mad. It's okay. They're like, oh, she's upset because Sutton didn't have her back. Her and Sutton were never friends. She's not friends with anybody on the cast.
Oh,
so she's upset about the whole Bose situation.
The way she left at the end, and Sutton was like, I thought we were having supper.
We're supposed to have supper.
I said, okay, Georgia.
Oh, I can I just side note? Can we get rid of Scarlett O'Hara for the next season? Like, I'm just done with the old Southern Belle.
And it comes in waves. It's like, okay, which one we gonna be today? It's almost like Sybil. Remember that old movie Sybil? Like she had multiple personalities.
Yeah, she every now and then dips into her antebellum.
Oh,
Where
Lord.
she's like, oh, I need my lady's maid to come and help me with my dressing gown. Like, I just like, I can't. I'm so over it. Like, Erica doesn't do this. You guys are in the same place, same age, grew up there. Like, why are you always sounding like you are on the porch in a rocking chair with your sweet tea? Like,
She's her mom's best friend, not her daughter.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Okay, ladies. That was a great meat and potatoes. We got into the thick of it. Like I said, we're losing Beverly Hills. We will be picking up Miami in June. And we will be picking up, help me out, Tiana.
Lives of Mormon Wives.
Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yes.
AKA Mom Talk.
Yeah. Next month. So stay tuned. Definitely make sure you like us, follow us, all the things on social media. Get into those comments because we have some day ones. We have some true shit talkers. Keep hitting us up in the DMs. We love it. We love kikiing with you throughout the day. Kind of like my best thing to get in the comments and respond. Tiana, take us out. What are your thoughts of this week?
You know, while it's sad that so many shows are leaving us, I am happy that The Valley is back. I feel like, okay, I can make it the next couple of weeks because at first I said, okay, so Beverly Hills is gone, Married to Medicine is gone, like Kenya is gone. They say that Phaedra had to come in at the last minute and save Atlanta. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do the last couple of weeks, but Bravo got it together and saved us with The Valley.
Oh,
so shout out to The Valley.
It is messy. It is.
And Kristen Doty.
Yes. Kristen Doty, who was pregnant. So I can't wait to see how that, definitely unfolds.
And maybe the relationship.
And maybe one of these days you guys will want to cover Below Deck.
You know what?
Mediterranean, maybe.
Before we go out, there was a picture, okay, really quick, that came out with Angie K and Mary with Captain Jason and Ben. You guys remember Ben the chef?
Yes, of course, Ben. I think that he's the father of Kate Chastain's child.
I also think
that's what she says. I'm like, that child looks like Ben.
But they all took a picture together, and that is one Below Deck I will be watching because Ben alone, and then you have Mary and Angie, like, and out of like the housewives element.
Mary on a yacht is scary. You couldn't find the door to get into a bat mitzvah?
Wait, are you saying they filmed an episode of Below Deck?
I think it's on the next coming season. I don't think it's this season, but no, they did. Yes, Captain Jason. Yes.
Oh, yes, I'm here for that. But there was just a really good scene and good situation that happened on Below Deck Down Under. So, anyways, ladies, one of these days I'll get you over to my side.
Okay, that's like my Saturday.
You sure can.
I don't speak boy shit.